Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Bashim Al Shah Chakadash, the bonds to apostles, a great millstone, and salutations to elect, which we ought to be. Now, it's brother Hawaii. Got a quick lesson for you Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and Israelites who better shame at looking like heathens, who bear about witness that they're a child of Heavenly Father. In the name of Heavenly Father is Yahweh, who the world inly calls Jehovah, God of Yahweh. In the name of Heavenly Son is Yahweh Shai, who the world inly calls Jesus Christ or Jesus Christos or Yeshua. So I got a quick little lesson. Any other precepts come out, you already know it's the Holy Spirit. It's the Holy Spirit, whether you believe it or not. And this lesson is really going to go into on you women. The only reason why a lot of you women and stuff getting cracked down and stuff, because as you can see on the news, the Lord ain't holding his hand from y'all. You know what I'm saying? As you might sit up here and be like, oh man, it's not supposed to hit a woman and stuff. Well, God he's not underneath those rules. You know what I'm saying? You see, you know, and for all you women and stuff that's still alive and whatnot and stuff, and you see it's like, oh, that's tragic, that's terrible. You know what I'm saying? The irony, you know what I'm saying? When it come down to, all this different things that's going on and stuff in this world and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Those are things and stuff that cause you all to change. But instead of changing and repenting and stuff, you women are going to become more wicked and even more wicked and more wickeder. You know what I'm saying? And then for all you women out there where it's like, oh, but what do you want me to do and whatnot? How about you read the scriptures? You know what I'm saying? Or see on these sit downs and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Or ask questions and stuff of what a woman's supposed to do and maintain that frame. You see, maintain that frame, maintain living in that lane, man. And do not cross it. You know what I'm saying? And fight with all your might, because the scripture says that the woman is the weaker vessel. And if the Lord created you like that, get mad at the man all you want to. But if the Lord, Yahweh Shah, created you that way and stuff, then guess what? That means you don't have to fight harder than men. You all always talk about how you're better and stronger and whatnot. Well, guess what? He gave you a tougher fight. So fight the good fight of faith, man. Right? But besides that, a lot of you women, who getting sent off by all these different movies and TV series and stuff about how the women are cracking back and this, that, and the third and stuff, or the women are strong and they bringing out the female superheroes and all that and stuff, you know what I'm saying? A lot of you women are not built that way. You know what I'm saying? And most of the time when you think you built that way and stuff, it's because you got some type of gun and stuff to project fucking small pieces in people, you see? You know? That's when you think you tough. Cause like even when there was an officer some years back, you know what I'm saying, what happened, he had something happened, some altercation happened and stuff when it came down to the suspect. You know what I'm saying? The female went back the fuck off and whatnot and stuff, right? And what he doing stuff, he grabbed her and pushed her ass back. You know what I'm saying? And if one of her arms was free or one of her hands was free, what you think she would have done? She wouldn't have been hesitant and stuff to draw out that gun if she was in power. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if she felt like that she was being threatened. You know what I'm saying? You see, a lot of you women and stuff. Guess what? Y'all gonna be in grand trouble, man. Grand trouble. And actually, I want to bring this scripture out. I mean, I want to bring this video out just to make a point. Well, I'm gonna start with this. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. It says, "But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee." It says, verse 16, it says, "Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field." You know what I'm saying, right? And that means anywhere you go. White on rice. There's no one place and stuff where you escape these curses. The only time the curses are going to come off the nation of Israel, Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, and Israelites who out with parents instead of heathen, like China Mac, Jackie Chan, Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie, Blind Fury, Paul Walker. You see, right? The only way, Katy Perry. You know what I'm saying? The only way for these curses to be prior upon us, you know what I'm saying, is that you got to be part of the elect, predestined from the beginning, which is the 144,000, which consists of 12,000 men, the 12 tribes of Israel, the government body, and the rest of the 1/3, which consists of men, women, and children who are Israelites who believe, no matter how they look, who convert and keep the law, statute, commandments to the best of their ability, mingle with faith, repenting every day, and not cherry picking what they want to repent on, and repenting on a timely fashion on the Lord's time before it's too late. You see, you know. who's going to be written in the book of life, who's going to do the work and be and put all effort and whatnot and stuff to hope that the Lord and stuff is going to save them rather than destroy them. You see, right, right. So if you don't listen to the voice of the Lord, who is that? The prophets. You know what I'm saying? How we know that it's the prophets or the apostles or evangelists or the teachers, I'm saying, on the seers or the judges. How do we know? It says in Amos 3 and 7, surely the Lord will do nothing but revealeth his secrets unto the prophets. You know what I'm saying, right? So who's the voice, Lord? Every king out there and stuff. Every time it was time to establish new laws and whatnot, it wasn't the king who actually sat in front of all the people and whatnot. He might sit in the background. His presence might be there, but it'll be somebody else relaying his message. So the voice of the Lord are the elect men, well, the 12, right? You select, elect, chosen men and stuff that the Lord had chosen and stuff to relay this message to everybody and stuff, who's including us that's teaching, remain relaying the message and stuff like, do not this thing, so I won't put you to death. You see, right? Right? And that also goes for you heathens as well, because this is Deuteronomy 30 and 7, which the Lord is placing right now. He's already doing it right now. And when the kingdom come, you finna have a full-blown curse. This is Deuteronomy 30 and 7. It says, and the Lord, thy power, which will put all these curses upon thy enemies and on them that hate thee and persecute thee. You know what I'm saying? And you heathens are not exempt from this. You know what I'm saying? Even when it comes down to the deeds, you can't sit up here and say, oh, my forefathers did that. A lot of you all your forefathers. You know what I'm saying? Right? A lot of you all and stuff who low-key had that hatred, and it's like, I won't say the N-word, but as soon as I get home, I'm calling you a nigga all day. A lot of you all are your forefathers. A lot of you all still bear that hatred. If motherfuckers in all white hoods and stuff walk down the street and stuff with torches, you niggas will be in the crowd too and stuff, because you just gonna go back to to your remembrance and what you once remembered. You know what I'm saying? You know, right, right. So this is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse it's Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 52. And it says, it's Deuteronomy 28 and 52. It says, and he shall besiege thee in all thy gates. And this happened during the Roman persecution in 66 to 70 AD. It says, until thy high and fenced walls come down, wherein thou trustest throughout all thy land. It says, and he shall besiege thee in all thy gates throughout all thy land, which the Lord Yahweh thy power hath given thee. And that's the same thing that's going to happen. Martial law. What are they doing and stuff? You know what I'm saying? If you don't have this, that, and the third, certain requirements and whatnot, you are cut off from certain things in society. You see, right? The different shots and whatnot and stuff. What are they doing and stuff? Eventually that line and stuff, it's not going to be whoever don't have it and do have it and stuff. No, they're gonna lock shit down again and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Right? And they're gonna start cutting things off and whatnot and stuff, even roads. And it tells you that in Second Ezra, the 15th chapter, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. You know what I'm saying? They show you how that was and stuff in the movie Songbird. They showed you that in various video games that was post-apocalyptic, man. You see, right? It says verse 53, it says, and thou shalt eat the fruit of thine own body, the flesh of thy sons, and the end of thy daughters. It says, which the Lord Yahweh thy power hath given thee in the siege and in the straitness wherewith thine enemies shall distress thee. Right? So what does that mean? That means parents are going to be eating their kids. You know what I'm saying? And what does that mean? That means that cannibalism is well on its way. Down in Venezuela, when Esau, the full-blooded spirit, they Caucasians, you know what I'm saying, right? Uh, um, uh, 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 when he put the squeeze down there on those Venezuelans, which are the Zebulonites, right, which are Israelites, right? When he put the squeeze upon them and whatnot and stuff, there's a video that they don't want to release on uh, 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 regular news. You know what I'm saying? There's a video where you had this white man, you had a black man and stuff, and he was pretty much dead, a fat black man, and he dead, but he butt naked. And then you got this light skinned dude and stuff, and what is he doing? He's sitting up, he laying behind him butt naked, chewing on a fucking finger. Y'all saying, in a dark place and stuff where a lot of stuff probably was happening, and they was recording that. Saying? Mainstream news is not going to show that, saying? Because people would fear for their lives and stuff and start going crazy. Saying? Like the scripture says, there should be a great confusion in the earth. Saying? People are going to be wondering, it's like, why here it is on the news and stuff. Why is it on the news and stuff? They saying, they keep it. They're not keeping they're not telling us everything and whatnot. And it's like, oh, this is going on, that's going on. People are going to be in fear. Saying? And guess what? Civil unrest is inevitable. Saying? Right, right. This famine and whatnot and stuff. Remember, it says in Psalm 17 and 13, which I'm gonna grab that right quick. It's Psalm 17 and 13. It says, "Arise, O Lord." It says, "Disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword." And this is Job. If you want to know who that wicked is, this is Job chapter 9, verse 24. And it says, "The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covers the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?" You know what I'm saying, right? So who controls the world? You know what I'm saying? What leaders and what ethnicity and what race are they and stuff that puts themselves on the money? It sure ain't black people. They damn sure ain't gonna do it for Obama. You know what I'm saying? And what they do, they put him on a fake dollar. Why? Because he a fake nigga. He ain't no real nigga. When I say real nigga, he ain't no Israelite. Y'all chose him because he had brown skin. And then guess what? Everybody is finding out that what's her name? Michelle Obama and stuff is transgender. She's not a real female. She's a man. That's why so many times and stuff Obama and stuff slipped up and said Michael instead of Michelle. Right. Right. Why is controlled famine stuff is because of this. Uh, um, uh, when it comes down to the MOTB, you know what I'm saying, right? When it comes down to the CHIV, right? You know what I'm saying? Not the one you eat, but the one they want to put in your body. When it comes down to that and stuff, you know what I'm saying? What they're going to do is that they're going to put the squeeze on everybody and stuff, including their own people. This is how much a devil Esau Edom is, including their own people. You know what I'm saying? Including their own people. And what's going to happen is that he's going to, uh, 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 what's going to happen is just like it, he's always going to do it towards his own people. You know what I'm saying? And if the MOTB and stuff is going to be the new uh 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 the M chip, right? If the MOTB is going to be the new monetary system and whatnot, then that means that you're not going to be able to buy or sell and stuff, right? But when it comes down to these substances and stuff, why issue some type of device like this onto the masses of the people? You know what I'm saying? If there's no food. So what does that mean? That means that they're gonna store up that food. They're gonna have food and stuff in order for you to buy. Because other than that, if there's nothing out there to eat, you know what I'm saying, why change your monetary system? What would be the purpose of changing your monetary system? You see, from how it is already and stuff. Why would you change it? You know what I'm saying? If the main thing that people are going to need is food and water. You know what I'm saying? Maybe toiletries too. You know what I'm saying? But the main thing to keep your subjects alive and whatnot is to have food and water. You know what I'm saying? And if that food and water is going to be gone and whatnot, why would you have to change your monetary system? It doesn't make any sense. You see? So that means that they're just storing the food away from people and whatnot, and they know what it's going to lean into. You see? Because it's part of Esau Edom's plan. You know what I'm saying? Not just for Israelites, but for his own, because Esau is good at doing this. He's good at having so much hatred and stuff that why he try to target a certain group and whatnot, or target certain ethnicities and whatnot and stuff, right? You know, or pretty much just target Israelites and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Even if you look like him, you see, the thing is this. You know, he'll target individuals and do damage and dirty to them so bad and whatnot and stuff that he would damage and defile himself at the same time. You see, you know, are those individuals, they don't care if they get hurt or anything and stuff. They just got to take you down. You see, and that's Esau Edom, man. Full blood and spirited Caucasian. You see, we gonna put chemtrails in the air around their neighborhoods and whatnot and stuff. But here it is, you don't control wind. That stuff has it doesn't, it's not dense enough to fall to the ground and stay on the ground. So it's just flying everywhere and stuff. So guess what? You just poisoned your own air. You know what I'm saying? You poisoned your own water. You know what I'm saying? You see? You know? You know? And if you poisoned your own air and stuff, then guess what? You could be eating 100% grass-fed animals and whatnot and stuff. But the thing is that poison is swimming around in they fucking nostrils, and now you eating poison too, you idiot. You see, you know, you know, right, right. So guess what? You know, they're gonna have this controlled famine. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you women and stuff who think that you strong, y'all can't even handle words. You know what I'm saying? You see, so guess what's gonna happen? You know, guess what's gonna happen and stuff. You all are gonna eat your babies. You see, you know, if not yourself, as it says in Isaiah 9:20. You see, that's how I grab that. Because think about how weak-minded you would have to be and stuff to actually sit up here and disregard the pains and eat yourself. This is Isaiah chapter 9, verse 20. It says, it says, verse 19, it says, through the wrath of the Lord of hosts is the land darkened. It says, and the people shall be as the fuel of the fire. No man shall spare his brother. You see, it says, and meaning another, more betrayal. It says, and he shall snatch on the right hand and be hungry, and he shall eat on the left hand, and they shall not be satisfied. They shall eat every man the flesh of his own arm. And if the man is stronger than a woman and the woman's the weaker vessel, what you think these women gonna do? They gonna eat themselves. You know what I'm saying? You see, right? They gonna eat themselves, or if there's somebody else, right? So it says, verse 53 again, it says, thou shalt eat the fruit of thy own body. What's the fruit of thy own body? Your offspring. And it says, and what women are going to do? They're going to go after the children. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you got a toddler and whatnot and stuff who can smack you the fuck up, you ain't finna come after him. Or you're going to try to come after him subtly. You know what I'm saying? You're going to try to come after him or her and whatnot and stuff. You're going to either wait until they sleep, you know what I'm saying, to try to nibble on them. You know what I'm saying? You know, you're going to try to demobilize them in some type of way and stuff so you can have your way. And what are they showing in different, like Tom and Jerry and whatnot, right? What they showing Tom and Jerry and stuff, you know, somebody would get captured and stuff by some so-called natives when they want to be racist and stuff, but try to hee ha ha through it. You know what I'm saying? You know, and what they'll do is that they'll take some foreign animal or some animal and stuff that they think they can eat, and they pull them in a pot and stuff, and they be like, oh man, this shit feels nice. It's a jacuzzi. You know what I'm saying? But then while they in the midst of it and stuff, they cutting up the carrot. You know what I'm saying? Cutting up the carrots, the green onion. You know what I'm saying? Tossing some tomatoes and stuff, and probably a bone in there. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you like, hey man, what we cooking? Something smell good, and they literally cooking you. So think about it. A full-grown person and stuff will exactly know. A full-grown person or somebody with some sense will actually know. So what does that represent? That represents somebody who's not going to take heed right away that they being cooked. You know what I'm saying? So what? Who will be that? You know what I'm saying? A toddler. You know what I'm saying? An infant. You know, and then when it comes down through the spirit and stuff, for all you uh 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 um for you women and stuff who's low-key really overly sexualized, you know what I'm saying, right? You eat children anyways. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you all swallow anyways. You know what I'm saying? And when y'all trash talk other females, what do you all do? Y'all sit up here and say, your mama should have swallowed you. So y'all eat kids anyway. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be nothing new. It's just that it's gonna be instead of a little droplet, you know what I'm saying, or a couple of millions at a small at a small number, right? It's gonna be instead of a couple of millions at a small number, right? It's gonna be uh 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 you know, however more that you have, however much that you have and whatnot, you gonna eat them. You gonna eat them. You know what I'm saying? Because when this government system goes down, you know what I'm saying, when you can't get child support and whatnot and stuff, the only child support you're going to have and stuff is killing your own babies and stuff so you can survive. You know what I'm saying? Because for a while, you're going to try to survive for so long and stuff and be like, what about the baby, the baby, the baby? You know what I'm saying? You're going to be stashing shit from your husband. You know what I'm saying? Domestic violence might come and stuff because he like, man, you could share with this food. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you all are not down for your husbands and whatnot. It's going to be all about yourselves. You know what I'm saying? That configuration that you have with your significant other and stuff is not going to be there. You women are selfish as hell, and it's gonna really really show and stuff in these horrible times, man. You see, you know, you know, you're gonna be so selfish and stuff that the children of your children and stuff will be in fear of their life and whatnot, wondering if they're gonna survive if they do have the cognitions to be able to really really see that or understand that, right? So once again, Deuteronomy 28:53, it says, "And thou shalt eat the fruit of thy own body." It says, "The flesh of thy sons and thy daughters." It says, "Which the Lord thy power have given thee in the siege and the straightness wherewith thine enemies shall distress thee." You're leaning upon Esau, Edom, but guess what? He's setting you up for failure. He's going to put you in that situation. What he's going to do is cause a lot of you women and stuff to burn your bridges with the man, with the Israelite man and stuff, right? He gonna cause y'all to burn y'all bridges with the Israelite man and stuff, where you won't have nobody to go to, and when he cuts you off, you're gonna feel betrayed. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna finally feel how it feels and stuff. You know what I'm saying, to be for somebody and stuff, and yet they do you dirty. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna try to run back to the Israelite man and Israelite man and stuff, and they right man gonna be like, hell nah. You know what I'm saying? You see, so you're gonna be on your own, and you're gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna take the children. Why? Because you're gonna try to use the children as a come up, as you do till this day. You see? You know what I'm saying? For your own souls, man. Right? It says, verse 54, it says, "So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother," it says, "and towards the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave." And it's going to be vice versa. You know what I'm saying, right? It's going to be vice versa. This is verse 55. It says, "So that he would not give to any of them of the flesh of his children whom he shall eat." So it's going to be men out there too. You know what I'm saying? Look at that movie Snowpiercer. Old boy said the one that he deeply regrets and have great shame upon was the fact that that babies taste the best. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? In the scriptures, you're not supposed to eat fat, but most babies and stuff are fat as hell if they're infants. You know what I'm saying? They chubby. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? A lot of people love fat, so when they put that on the grill, they gonna be eating that, man. You know what I'm saying? You see, right? And it says verse it says, "Because he have nothing left him in the siege and in the straitness wherewith thy enemy shall distress thee in thy gates." And when that word distress is the word tazawach, tazawakwa or tazawach, and it says tazawakwa or tazawach, right? And it says oppress, compress, distress, constrain. You know what I'm saying? Life sore, straighten, putting you in difficulty. You know what I'm saying? The food costs too fucking much. Hyperinflation. You know what I'm saying? You see, you know, you know, right? And it says, verse 56, it says, "The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eye shall be evil towards her husband, and her bosom of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter. It says, verse 57, and toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet, and toward her children which she shall bear, for she shall eat them for want of all things, secretly in the siege and straitness, wherewith thy enemy shall distress thee in thy gates. You see, right? So women, you're not that strong, man. You know what I'm saying? Now it might be certain women and stuff that the Lord put the spirit upon. You see, meaning that it ain't gonna be according to your own will. You know what I'm saying? It's not you that willeth. You know what I'm saying? Right? The Lord got to put it in your spirit and stuff to not want to sit up here and eat your babies and whatnot. And, to hold off, to have faith in Him and stuff for you to still eat, and not by treacherous manners. You know what I'm saying? Or by treachery and stuff, you see? Where you can still be blameless, right? Not just doing any means, because any means can get you in trouble depending on what you do. You know what I'm saying? Right? Right? So this is a curse that the Lord had placed upon Israelites. And guess what? It's nothing new underneath the sun, as it says in Ecclesiastes 1:9. And with that being the case and stuff, guess what? The Lord, with that being the case, the Lord is going to, the Lord is going to bring it here again, but it's going to be much worse this time, because it's the end of all be all. You know what I'm saying? Right? Evil shall increase. You know what I'm saying? You see? You know, all you women that love McDonald's and whatnot and stuff, hey, it ain't enough cows, and there's a lot of cows out here and stuff that's dying. So when it come down to the McDonald's burgers and whatnot, even the McChickens, because the chicken is dying and stuff, you know what I'm saying, or they coming across with some type of disease and stuff that's causing them to die early. You know what I'm saying? How is this production and stuff? And nowadays, chicken get like three types of textures. You know what I'm saying? It's either rough, you know what I'm saying, or it's or it's either squishy and chewy. You know what I'm saying, or it's slick and slippery and stuff. You know what I'm saying, right? No matter how you cook it. You know what I'm saying. What you think that you eat. You know what I'm saying. You know, right? So I'm gonna grab this. This is not necessarily in any type of order, right? But this is 2 Kings chapter 6, starting at verse 24, right? It says, and it came to pass after this that Benadad, king of Syria, gathered all his hosts and went up and besieged Samaria. You know what I'm saying? So besieged, surrounds, captured. You know what I'm saying? Cut them off where they can't get their goods. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if a grocery store is not in your district, but it's in another district and stuff, and they're telling you can't pass and you need food and whatnot and stuff. Guess what? They're starving you out. It says until and as his head was sold for 80 pieces of silver. It says in the fourth part of a cab of dove's dung. You know what I'm saying? Pigeon poop. You know what I'm saying, for 5 pieces of silver. So imagine and stuff. You can't make like back in the ancient days and stuff. You'll have marketers. You know what I'm saying? You'll have merchants. You know what I'm saying? You'll have people and stuff from all across the country, and they'll come in major cities where it's a big market and stuff, right? You know what I'm saying? And they will sell their goods. Imagine if you can't, if you looking for certain lawful meats to eat, but they can't come in. You know what I'm saying? Right? Right? Now, a pigeon and stuff, or a dove, it's a lawful animal to eat. You know what I'm saying? Right? And but they was eating dove's dung. You know what I'm saying? And a dove's white boo boo. You know what I'm saying? Right? Let a bunch of pigeons be able to gather in one place and stuff, and you're gonna see their remains all over the ground, just like the geese. You know what I'm saying? The same way, right? And then for a donkey head, what you gonna do with a donkey head? So what was they doing? They was eating it. You know what I'm saying? Because it was nothing else. So they was eating their own cattle, you know what I'm saying, even the unlawful ones and stuff, you see? Right? For the thirst and for the hunger, right? Verse 26, it says, and the king of Israel was passing by upon the wall. It says, there cried a woman unto him, saying, help my lord, O king. And he said, if the Lord Yahweh do not help thee, when shall I help thee? Out of the barn floor, out of the barn floor, or out of the wine press? Uh, uh, out of the wine press, because it's like, well, if we're all going through a famine, what the hell do you expect for me to do? You know what I'm saying? You see, right? Verse 28, it says, and the king said unto her, what aileth thee? Like, what's up? And she answered, this woman said unto me, give thy son that we may eat him today, and we will eat my son tomorrow. So guess what? You had two women bargaining, you know what I'm saying, over their children, who was going to eat who first. You know what I'm saying? This don't sound like no strong woman. You see, right? Right? It says, and this is all past tense, meaning that not past tense, we'll past. This is all happening in the past. You know what I'm saying? Because she's explaining, she's going to the king, explaining how she got gypped, how she got finessed, how she got supplanted. You know what I'm saying? Or something that was already done and agreed upon. You know what I'm saying? So it says, so for you women that the Lord is not dealing with, you know what I'm saying, who's gonna suffer these things and whatnot and stuff, right? Because you decline to take heed and whatnot and stuff, so you can be blessed, so you can have a hedge around you, so you can have mercy in perilous times, right? You know what I'm saying? So the miracles can work on you instead of against you. You know what I'm saying, right? A lot of you toddlers out there and stuff, you know what I'm saying, who probably still watch the videos. Hey, guess what? If your mama ain't down, your stepmama ain't down with the Lord, your grandmama, your godmother, you know what I'm saying, your sister, you know what I'm saying, because it's not just towards the parents. You know what I'm saying? It's talking about cannibalism, period. Your father ain't with the Lord, your brother ain't with the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Your niece and your nephew is not on good terms with the Lord and whatnot. They will try to come after you, man. You know what I'm saying? You see? The Lord gonna feed you if you part of his elect. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't gonna feed them. You know what I'm saying? Right? And then you're gonna have a lot of individuals who's gonna be like, when it come down to you, they gonna still be envious. You know what I'm saying? Instead of counting it all joy and stuff, they still able to eat. What's gonna happen is that the Lord, what's gonna happen is that when it come down to the Lord, it's like what's gonna happen is that, the Lord is gonna bless you and stuff, and guess what? They're gonna think that they're gonna try to take their blessing. And and with me speaking as a man, something's gonna happen where the Lord's gonna separate you, you know what I'm saying, from these individuals. And when that happens stuff, they're gonna fall into shit. You know what I'm saying? The Lord ain't gonna be for them. You know what I'm saying? You see? Because look, look at it like this. You know what I'm saying? The scripture also says in Jeremiah 7:16, which I'm gonna grab from my scriptures. This is Jeremiah 7:16. This is Jeremiah 7:16. It says, therefore pray not thou for this people, neither lift up a cry nor a prayer for them. It says, neither make intercession to me. It says, for I will not hear thee. Intercessor and stuff is a mediator, somebody that comes between, a middleman. You know what I'm saying, right? And if the Lord is dealing with you and stuff, but not dealing with the rest of your family and stuff, you know what I'm saying, it don't matter how much you pray for them, the Lord ain't gonna hear it. You know what I'm saying? You see? Right? Because they're not submitting themselves to Yahweh Shem Yahshua. You know what I'm saying? Well, otherwise and stuff, they looking, it's like every time this man get blessed, we gonna rob him of his blessing. And the Lord gonna be like, I'm gonna separate you from these individuals and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So they don't be blessed no more. And the only one that I bless is you. Because remember, when it came down to Joseph, call all La Yahweh Shem Yahshua, Yahweh Shem Yahshua, or Hawar Chakadash. You know what I'm saying? 144, 1044, right to left. We already know how it goes, right? You see, uh, 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 Barak Yahweh Bashem Yashah, Rasha Wafa Wafia, Kawaya, Lahaya, Dawa, Ka, Khama, Rabayim, Rabbi Allah, Masharah, Tazun, Washa, Akash, Lashwala, Shayan, Shalashwala, Shayim Waf, Wa Ladinaya, Racha, Alahayim, Wahamalakov, Wa Yashai, Zara, Ashran, Salak, Halak, Halak, and pretty much all I did was ask the Lord, allowed me to be exempt from judgment as 144,000 or the 1/3, you know what I'm saying, and not the 2/3 nor the second death, you know what I'm saying, and to give me spiritual powers, you know what I'm saying, in the kingdom, you know what I'm saying, and deliverance and salvation on the first go round. That's pretty much what I asked, you see, right, which we all hope to be able to hope for elect and stuff, right? right? And to escape these judgments, man, because this shit is fucking horrible, right? You know, because think about how low in the mind, or think about how determined you would have to be. You know what I'm saying? You know, to sit up here and be like, I'm finna eat this kid. I'm finna eat this child, man. As if it was some meat that you get from the market. You see? No, you know, right? And guess what? A lot of you single mothers and stuff, y'all, or you wanted, or you probably broke up with the baby daddy and stuff to go deal with some other dude, but you wanted him to be in tears and sorrow and stuff and crying over you and whatnot. And he's still happy. He happier that he ain't even fucking with your ass no more. But then you have that hatred, you know what I'm saying, towards your children and stuff, because your children look like him. You know what I'm saying, you know, and every time you look at the child and stuff, you know what I'm saying, you ready to do the child fucking 30 and whatnot and stuff because of what he did onto you. And that's a whole nother soul. You know what I'm saying, right? And some of y'all, I can see some of y'all and stuff gruesomely killing your babies and stuff, you know what I'm saying, out of hunger. I can see you gruesomely killing your babies and whatnot because they look like the father that you hate, man. You know what I'm saying? That you have deep hatred for and whatnot. And when you hear those cries and whatnot and stuff, it's going to be music to your fucking ears. Because a lot of you women and stuff are dark, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you women are evil. You're prunes, man. You see? And you know, and a lot of you all are witches. And why y'all witches? Because y'all come contrary against the scriptures, man. You see? So a lot of blessing ain't finna be coming to you women, man. You see? Right? Especially women that the Lord is not putting in your spirit and stuff to take heed, you know what I'm saying, you know, to avoid punishment and these judgments and these scores, man. You see? You know, a lot of you all are not finna have mercy, man. Especially if you unmerciful, which y'all all are when it comes down to the society and stuff, you know what I'm saying? When it comes down to the system, you know what I'm saying, you abuse it. You know what I'm saying? You don't just use it, you abuse it. You know what I'm saying? You know, and also to harm others and stuff. And little do you know and stuff, you harming yourself and the great pride that you have. You're stretching away from the Lord. You're not coming closer to him. You coming closer to Esau Edom, but guess what? He gonna sever in a moment's notice. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you're gonna try to run back to the Israelite man and stuff, and you're gonna be like, oh, look at you, guess who at the door? Guess who at the door? You know what I'm saying? You know, where your man's at? Where your man's at? Where your man's at? Talking about Esau. Why you at my door? Why you here? With the baby on your on your hip and whatnot and stuff, a couple of babies that's sitting there and you using them for leverage, you know what I'm saying? And that's gonna be you women's abasement, man. You know? And you ain't gonna be able to steal a man's money. You ain't gonna be able to do this and do that and stuff no more. Child support, the only child support you finna receive and stuff is support from the little child. And what is that? No money. In order for you to sustain health and to be alive and not starve to death, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna sit up here and eat your children. Right? 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 Because they stain already. We already know why a lot of you women and stuff, quote unquote, say that you want to have a family. A family is not mother and children. It's father, mother, and children. You know what I'm saying? You know, and an extra when it comes down to the uncles and the aunties and the cousins, man. But that's their families over and stuff. You see, and their offsprings and whatnot and stuff in their lineage. You know what I'm saying? You see, you know, y'all use children as a stain, man. You know, they're an asset. You know what I'm saying? You know, I remember it was a while ago, a woman walked past and she was like, you're useless. Fuck you talking about. Y'all was created for us. And a lot of y'all are useless. Y'all can't cook. Y'all can't clean. Y'all can't shut the fuck up. Y'all can't do those three things, man. You know? Even in the bedroom and whatnot and stuff, a man still got to do all the fucking work. You know what I'm saying? And you still talk trash about that. You all are useless. You know? You think that we made for y'all. Y'all made for us. And that alone is disobedience in the eyes of the Lord and stuff. So guess what? A lot of you all are not finna have this heads to come. You see? And that Ecclesiastes 7:26 says, I'm getting my scriptures. This Ecclesiastes, I think I'm past. This Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 26. And it says, It says, and I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets, and her hands as bands. It says, whoso pleases the Most High shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. Right? And that sinner being taken by her, man, you're going to be head over heels. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's all you're going to think about. You know what I'm saying? She going to have you, your head is going to be wrapped around her finger. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be a simp for her. You know what I'm saying? You know, in many type of ways. You know what I'm saying? You see? You know, no matter what the status of that woman is. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, it could be your mother, it could be your auntie, it could be your cousin, it could be your sister, it could be your daughter. You know what I'm saying? It could be your coworker, it could be your friend. You know what I'm saying? You know, you're gonna be head over heels and stuff, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be, man, she pretty much gonna have you on a leash. You know what I'm saying? You know, and she gonna choke chain you and shit and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, even though you're doing everything that even though you're doing everything that she says, she gonna pull that chain and stuff and choke the fuck out of you. You know what I'm saying? Because our women are cruel. You know what I'm saying? You see, right? You know, why you think that they sit up here and be like, you be like, you know, they try to use that cheating card and stuff if you still wearing condoms. You know what I'm saying? You know, why you think that they sit up here and if you love me and whatnot and stuff, we don't have to wear condoms. All she trying to do is lure you in and trying to have a baby. You know what I'm saying? And she's not trying to use, try to what was part of the blessing of the children and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Use the government, use your fucking enemies. You see? Excuse me. I'll use your fucking enemies, you know what I'm saying? You know, for their things and stuff. Don't don't further cause another captive, a current captive like yourself and stuff to perish by squeezing everything out of them. You see, that doesn't make any sense. But it also shows that you women are Israelite men's enemies. You know what I'm saying? You know, like it says in Micah 7:10. You see, right? Which part of your downfall being that trodden underfoot, meaning the basement, you know what I'm saying, is that the Lord is not going to come through for you and stuff where it's going to cause you to eat your children. You see? Right? So this is Second Kings 6 and 28. It says, and the king said unto her, what aileth thee? And she answered, this woman said unto me, give thy son that we may eat him today, and we will eat my son tomorrow. So guess what? You had two grown ass women bargaining, making deals about eating their children. And it says, verse 29, it says, so we boiled my son and did eat him. And I said unto her on the next day, give thy son that we may eat him. And she hath hid her son. It says, and it came to pass when the king heard the words of the woman that he rent his clothes, and he passed by upon the wall, and the people looked, and behold, he had sackcloth within upon his flesh. You know what I'm saying? Meaning a time of mourning. You see, right? And it's like, think about it and stuff. You got two grown ass women talking to each other and stuff, and they making deals, you know what I'm saying, that guess what? We gonna eat our kids. That's going to happen for real. You see? That don't sound like strong women. You see? That don't sound like strong women at all. You see? You know? A lot of you women and stuff is gonna take it too far when you looking at your babies and stuff. You'd be like, well, the scriptures do say that uh uh Israelites are the salt of the earth, and this is my baby. Little dark human and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Saying that the baby gonna taste good. That's a goddamn shame. That's a shame, man. Right? So this is Lamentations. It's Lamentations chapter. Is it 4? Oh, that should be 4:9. It might be 4:9. Yeah. All right. So this is All right, this is Lamentations chapter 4, verse 3. It says, even the sea monsters draw out the breast. It says, meaning that they nurse their nurse their young. It says they give suck to their young ones. It says the daughter of my people is become cruel. You see, right? It says like the ostriches in the wilderness, because the ostrich will, I believe that they'll kill their own babies or they'll abandon their own babies. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't teach them shit. You know what I'm saying? Right? Right? And I think they also cruel with the actual eggs and stuff too. You know what I'm saying? Right? And it says, and actually, I'm gonna grab this scripture because this is a good precept to, this is a good precept to lock in. Let me pause this right quick. All right, so this is a precept to that Lamentations 4 and 3. This is Job chapter 39, verse 16. And it says she is hardened against her young ones as though they were not hers. It says her labor is in vain without fear. You know what I'm saying? Right? Right? And I'm gonna read this too. Verse 17, it says, because the Most High have deprived her of wisdom, neither have he imparted to her understanding. So what's that means? That means that women and stuff are gonna lean to carnality and stuff instead of spirituality. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna call upon the Lord. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna take matters into their own hand. Because think about it. Look how look how look how insane, you know what I'm saying, and or how the thirst for survival, you know what I'm saying, is going to be where they're not going to even call upon the Lord. They're just going to lean upon their own power. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to they're not going to pray to the Lord and stuff. Satan going to come through. You know what I'm saying? The women going to get tested and whatnot and stuff. And Satan going to come through and stuff and going to be like, the Lord did say we going to eat. Your baby party ain't even part of your leg, but you part of your leg. You know what I'm saying? Just go on ahead and eat them. The Lord gonna forgive. You know what I'm saying? Remember he's all merciful. You know what I'm saying? And women gonna buy into Satan's attempts, man. You see? Right? Right? So, it says she is hardened against her young ones as though they were not hers. You know what I'm saying? And this is what's gonna cause a lot of women and stuff to be brave enough to eat their children. She ain't gonna give a damn about them anyways, or her life and her survival is gonna be more important than a child's. Because right now and stuff, they'll be like, oh, what about the children? What about the children? Oh, I'm just doing this for the children. I'm putting on child support for the children. I'm doing this and doing that and stuff. No, you already know why they go to Mari. You know what I'm saying? They going to Mari and whatnot and stuff so they can expose the man so no other female will deal. Right? You know what I'm saying? Which ain't gonna happen because a woman will receive any man. You know what I'm saying? Right? Meaning that you women will fuck anything. Uh, uh, you, um, you all will, you know, a woman will deal with any man. You know what I'm saying, right? You bring him on Maury and whatnot, so you can expose him to every other woman and stuff. So you can try to mess it up for him to have love again, because all women care about is that if there's a separation and stuff, all they care about is for that man to always be thinking about them. And I think I mentioned this earlier, right? You know what I'm saying? And just be lusting and lavering over them and stuff. It don't work like that, sweetheart. We the prize. You ain't. You know what I'm saying? Right? And you will see that pretty soon. And uh 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 and also just to prove, saying, that the baby is his and whatnot and stuff, because they're going to give a paternity test, which you niggas need to start doing, because a lot of you all are growing being raised and stuff. I mean, a lot of you all are with this woman and whatnot and stuff, thinking that baby is yours, and really it ain't. Now it's up to you niggas and stuff. Do you want to still be in the baby's life? Some of y'all actually, cause here it is, she lied to both of y'all and stuff, and think how selfish that is. You know what I'm saying? She's literally telling her baby and stuff that this is your father and stuff, and she telling you that this is your child and whatnot and stuff. She lying to both of y'all. Why? For her convenience. You know what I'm saying? For her benefit and whatnot. You see? Right? Right now, a lot of y'all have the connections and whatnot and stuff, with that child. Hey, by all means and stuff, do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? To each his own. You know what I'm saying? But most guys are not dealing with this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be mad as hell, man. You know what I'm saying? Right? And then think about all the stress that she and the distress and distress that she had placed upon you and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Right? Right? Which she can get back for, right? So this is back in Lamentations 4:3. It says, even the sea monsters draw out the breast. It says they give suck to the young ones. The daughter of my people is become cruel, right? Cruel. It's that word akazar, right? And it says act harshly, violent, deadly. It says brave. No, shit, in a bad sense, they brave. You know what I'm saying? Because the scripture says, "Thou shalt not kill." You go into the word "kill," it means murder. Murder goes into to destroy somebody for no reason. This is in the Merriam-Webster's dictionary. This is the word murder. It says the crime of unlawful killing a person, especially with malice or forethought. You know what I'm saying? So when you eating your babies and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Guess what? You're going to be committing murder. You're going to be in violation of the scriptures where it says, thou shalt not kill. You know what I'm saying? You see, right? It says something outrageous or blameworthy. You see? To kill a human being unlawfully with and with premeditative malice, meaning that you're thinking about it. To slaughter wantonly, slay, to put an end to. You know what I'm saying? It's most definitely gonna be torment, but it ain't gonna be a tease. You know what I'm saying, right? Mutilate, mangle, to defeat badly, to commit murder. You know what I'm saying? Right? Torture. You know what I'm saying, right? All right, so going back to this Lamentations chapter 4. Lamentations chapter 4, verse 3. It says, even the sea monsters draw out the breast, they give suck to their young ones. The daughter of my people has become cruel. It says, like the ostriches in the wilderness. It says, the tongue of the sucking child cleaveth to the roof of his mouth for thirst. It says, the young children ask bread, and no man breaketh it unto them. It says, they that did feed delicately are desolate in the streets. You know what I'm saying, right? And that's what it says in Isaiah, the 32nd chapter and stuff, when it come down to the women set it on the leaves. You know what I'm saying? It's the same way with men as well and stuff, because men are also going to be guilty of eating their children. You know what I'm saying? If the Lord don't have the hedge, if you're not dealing with the Lord and whatnot, if you're not choosing him as your Lord and Savior and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Instead of just speaking it and stuff, but doing it as well, or showing through your actions, since actions speak louder than words. If you're not doing that and stuff, then guess what? You're going to be one of these individuals. You know what I'm saying? Most definitely for a fact. You know what I'm saying? For a fact. If you living in wickedness and whatnot and stuff, the Lord ain't gonna just up and make you a motherfucker who gonna just be speaking doing righteousness and whatnot and stuff. There's a building. There's a growth. You know what I'm saying? There's a timeline and stuff of doing these things. You know what I'm saying? And continuing the things that thou was taught or what is thou has learned. You know what I'm saying? You see? Right? But a lot of you individuals are not doing that. You think by a snap of a finger, you finna stop smoking. You think by a snap of a finger and stuff, you know what I'm saying, you gonna get right. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of you all gonna try to get right and stuff at the last minute, and the Lord gonna be like, nah, it's too late, man. You see, he gonna cut you off like King Saul, like he did King Saul. And a lot of you all are the house of Saul, man. You see, you know by your deeds and actions and whatnot. You're envious. You're going to be seeking to kill righteous men and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And all the Lord is pretty much is taking the mercy off the earth. Because what is that? I'm not to veer off, but this is Isaiah 57. It's Isaiah 57:1. It says, the righteous perish, and no man layeth it to heart, and merciful men are taken away, none considering that the righteous is taken away from the evil to come. So the mercy is the scriptures and whatnot and stuff, right? But the thing is that you're gonna have to understand the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to be able to link up with current events and stuff, you know what I'm saying, to link it up with the scriptures and stuff, just so you can measure the how close we are and stuff to the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Or measure how close the devastating time is and stuff, which we are very close. Some places of the world and stuff are already going through it. You know what I'm saying? But soon it's going to be at the most highest, at its climax and stuff, which is Jacob's trouble according to Jeremiah 30:7. For alas, that day is great, it's none like it, it's even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. And that he is the 144,000 and the 1/3 and stuff who was predestined from the beginning to get saved, who's going to put on that elect and stuff and change their ways continuously, no matter any time, no matter how many times that they fall. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be hard out here, man. It's going to be hard. You know what I'm saying? Like Apostle Hart said and stuff, be prepared to live a hard life. You know what I'm saying? Like the homeless people. You know, and this is what Esau Edom's going to do to everybody and stuff unless you sell your souls to him. Unless you denounce the Lord completely, you know what I'm saying, and make Esau Edom your Lord and Savior. You see, right? So this is verse 5. It says Lamentations 4:5. It says, they that did feed delicately are desolate in the streets. They that were brought up in a scarlet embraced dunghills. It says, for the punishments of the iniquities of the daughter of my people is greater than the punishment of the sin of Sodom. It says that was overthrown as in a moment, and no hand stayed on her. It says her Nazarites were purer than snow. It says they were whiter than milk. They were more ruddy in body than rubies. Their polishing was of sapphire, great beauty and stuff, right? Verse 8, it says their visage is blacker than a coal. It says they are not known in the streets. It says their skin cleaveth to their bones. It is withered. It is become like a stick. Verse 9, it says they, and that's talking about, it's twofold, you know what I'm saying, but the one fold and stuff, you know what I'm saying, it's the fact that because I believe when you starve and stuff, you become darker. You know what I'm saying, and uh uh you lose the vibrant color and stuff in your skin. You know what I'm saying? Right? Like how somebody with like a dark skinned person, or somebody with brown skin, somebody with white skin, or no, somebody with pinkish flesh. You know what I'm saying? Or it's a full leopard and whatnot and stuff. If they're malnutritious, they get paler. You know what I'm saying? And paler and even more paler. And I think when it come down to brown skin individuals and stuff with melanin in their body, you know what I'm saying, who's brown skin and stuff, you get darker, but it look nasty, right? And it says their skin cleaveth to their bones. It is withered. It is become like a stick, and everybody knows when those pay-per-view shows come and stuff, and it'd be like just for 25 cents, 50 cent, you know what I'm saying, you can feed a child in another country, and they show it where the little kid and stuff, the belly, because that's also a form of starvation too, where the belly expands and stuff, you know what I'm saying, but then you can see the ribs, you know what I'm saying, you can start seeing you start seeing bones that usually you wouldn't see, you know what I'm saying, you start seeing the indents, you know what I'm saying, of the skull and whatnot and stuff, because they pine away, which is going to say, verse 9, it says, they that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger, because with the sword and stuff, you know what I'm saying, you don't stay alive for too long. It says, but with hunger, it says, for these pine away, stricken through for want of the fruits of the field. It says, the hands of the pitiful women has sodden their children, their own children, right? So this is the word sodden, it's the word bashal, and it says to boil. It says to be done in cooking, to ripen, bake, boil, roast, sieved, sod, be sodden. You know what I'm saying, right? And it says their own children. It says they were their meats in the destruction of the daughter of my people. You see, right, right. And what is meat? The word meat is bara, and it says to feed, uh, 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 choose, cause to eat. You see, so you women are not strong. A lot of you all are like it says in Isaiah 29 and 21, you offended a word, and the first thing that you ready to do is retaliate. You know what I'm saying? You could talk about individuals in a certain type of category and stuff, but if they're a woman, you know what I'm saying, or if they the same sex as you and whatnot, or same gender as you, you know what I'm saying, you'll put yourself in that category and stuff just so you can do something bad to the individuals that's talking about them in that category. You see? You know? And then in times we finna come, a lot of you women and stuff gonna really wish that you ain't make all those damn abortions. Y'all gonna really wish, y'all didn't make all those abortions and stuff, because now you're gonna be looking. It's like, man, you know what? If I would have gave birth to that motherfucker and stuff, I probably would have had something to eat. And yes, women are gonna really think this way, man. Your ideal of survival is that of an Edomite. It's carnal. You see, you know. When that instant gratification is gone out the way and stuff, a lot of you all are not going to survive. And I remember Eli Yashawamba said a long time ago, you know what I'm saying, when he was talking about endurance, if you would have waited like one more minute or one more hour, you know what I'm saying, a blessing could have came through. But guess what? A lot of you all going to finish early. You know what I'm saying? You see, you're not going to wait, you know, you know. You're gonna run the real support and stuff to keep you strong. And what is that? That's gonna be the man. You see, because a man is gonna be your deliverance. But guess what? You women are against the man so much and stuff. In y'all eyes and stuff, all y'all need to do and stuff is get rid of him. And when that happens and whatnot, oh, you gonna pay. You gonna pay. You gonna be mad as hell and stuff. You gonna be out here. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be doing all manner of things and stuff just so you can sit up here and receive some type of protection from a stranger than somebody that you know and stuff, because you was tired of them living in righteousness, or you was tired of, for all you women and stuff, I want a godly man. No, you don't. You want a sinner. You want a sinner, and a portion of the sinner is gonna fall upon you, and you can't get mad because that's what you want. You see, till this day and stuff, women would say that niggas ain't shit and whatnot and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But the reason why niggas ain't shit in your eyes is because you keep trying to get the same type of nigga. You know what I'm saying? Girls be like, oh, I like bad guys and whatnot and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But bad guys, you know what I'm saying, don't bend to their wheel. You know what I'm saying? And they keep going after that and keep going after that and keep going after that and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Thinking they finna change some shit. You know what I'm saying? And what ended up happening and stuff, you know what I'm saying? You get done in. And when you get done in and stuff, niggas ain't shit and stuff. But guess what? You looking for that same type of nigga. You see? You looking for that same type of man. You see? Or then you'll sit up here and try to go to a female and stuff, you know what I'm saying, and she the fat as hell. She can't do anything with her weight. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants her. You know what I'm saying? Or she don't want to get done in like other females and stuff, so she becomes the dog that she trying to avoid. You know what I'm saying? And you never escaping anything. You know what I'm saying? Right? Right? Right. Rough, right? So this is Sirach. Actually, before I go here, this is Jeremiah 16. This is Jeremiah 16. This is Jeremiah 16:1. It says, the word of Yahweh came also unto me, saying, thou shalt not take thee a wife, neither shalt thou have sons or daughters in this place. You know what I'm saying? Right? Um, and this is what the Lord bestowed, you know what I'm saying, upon Jeremiah and whatnot and stuff. But it doesn't mean that he couldn't have sex with nobody. You know what I'm saying? Right? Right? Meaning harlots and prostitutes. You know what I'm saying? Guys, it's defamed and whatnot and stuff, or it's, you got to pay for pussy and stuff. You paying for pussy anyway. You know what I'm saying? You paying with your time, trying to talk to him and finesse her. You know what I'm saying? You paying with your weed, with your liquor and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You allowing her to partake and stuff on shit she ain't put on. You know what I'm saying? You paying her and stuff while you go on several different dates and stuff, and all she got to do is open her legs or open her mouth one time to do sexual favors to you and stuff while you've been doing spending your money on her for 6 fucking months. You know what I'm saying? Until she ready to give in. Fuck you talking about, right? You already paying. It ain't no fucking different. You know what I'm saying, right? Right? It says, verse 3, it says, "For thus saith the Lord concerning the sons and concerning the daughters that are born in this place, and concerning their mothers that bear them." It says, "And concerning their fathers that beget them in this land," it says, "they shall die grievous deaths." You know what I'm saying? To be eaten alive. You know what I'm saying? Not teeth of wild beasts, you know what I'm saying, but by other humans. You know what I'm saying? Think about it, getting eaten by a herbivore that have nothing but molars. You know what I'm saying? You see, or another human being and stuff. Yeah, they probably got 4 canines and stuff in their mouth, but most of their mouth, most of it and stuff is molars. You know what I'm saying? Instead of something sharp cutting into your flesh, you got something that's smashing your flesh and ripping away, man. That's horrible. It says, they shall die grievous deaths. It says, they shall not be lamented. It says, neither shall they be buried, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth. It says, and they shall be consumed by the sword and by famine, and their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven and for the beasts of the earth. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes down to human beings who are not going to be protected by the Lord and stuff, guess what? You all are going to be looking for roadkill. It's going to be, the scripture says that people's bodies shall be like the dung on the earth, just like how you see gooses. When you see see they shit all over the grass and shit all over the pavement and stuff, that's going to be people's bodies. You know what I'm saying? Some people and stuff, they ain't gonna even want to fucking move, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they just too weak and stuff from starvation. And what did they show in Family Guy and stuff when they was on that raft? You know what I'm saying? Of blow up dolls and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Sex dolls. You know what I'm saying, right? They like, look, Peter's eating something, you know what I'm saying? They was like, man, you holding out. And what was he doing? He was eating Joe's legs. You see? That's gonna happen for real. You see? Right? Right? Right, and then guess what? A lot of people and stuff, they're gonna be, you know the word, don't you, and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be trying to make promises, arrange marriages. You're gonna be doing all that and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord ain't gonna be dealing. You know what I'm saying? Some of us gonna receive that spiritual powers. You know what I'm saying? Where depending on the circumstance and stuff, you know what I'm saying, the Lord is gonna supply us a specific spiritual power. You know what I'm saying? You might have 1 can of sardines. You know what I'm saying? And you might one day it's like, I gotta eat this. You know what I'm saying? You probably try to conserve it, hold it in the bag. You know what I'm saying? To the fullest. You know what I'm saying? And then next thing you know, it's like, I don't know, when I'm finna eat again and stuff, you pray unto the Lord. You know what I'm saying? You go into your bag to look through for like certain things and stuff, or to probably set up a trap to catch this and catch that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Right? To probably go fish or whatnot and stuff, right? And here it is and stuff. You finished off your last can of sardines, but yet it's another can of sardines in there, and it keeps happening over and over again. You know what I'm saying? Having the ability to multiply things, man. You see, right? Without having a farm, without having a breed. You know what I'm saying? Right? 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 The Lord gonna be with the ones and stuff who sought for him early and stuff and found him. You see? Right? And it says, verse 5, it says, for thus saith the Lord, enter not into the house of mourning, neither go to lament nor bemoan them, for I have taken away my peace from this people, save the Lord, even loving kindness and mercies. It says, both the great and the small shall die in this land. It says, they shall not be buried, neither shall men lament for them. It says, nor cut themselves, nor make themselves bald for them, meaning to stress out. It says, neither shall men tear themselves. It says, for them in mourning. It says to comfort them for the dead. It says, neither shall men give them the cup of consolation to drink for their father or for their mother. It says, thou shalt not also go into the house of feasting to sit with them to eat and to drink. It says, for thus saith the Lord of hosts, Yahweh, the power of Israel. It says, behold, I will cause to cease out of this place in your eyes, and in your days the voice of mirth. It says, in the voice of gladness, and the voice of the bridegroom, and the voice of the bride. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt shew this people all these words, and they say unto thee, whence hath the Lord Yahweh pronounced all this great evil against us? Or what is our iniquity? Or what is our sin that we have committed against the Lord thy power? Then shalt thou say unto them, because your fathers have forsaken me, saith the Lord. It says, and have walked after other gods, and have served them, and have worshipped them, and have forsaken me, and have not kept my law. It says, and ye have done worse than your fathers, for behold, ye walk every one after the imagination of his evil heart, that they may not hearken unto me. And what did the Lord do when it came down to the flood? You see, right? In Genesis 6 and 5, you know what I'm saying? The Lord said that it repented him that he made man and beast. You know what I'm saying? And that he was going to delete them off the earth and stuff by the great flood, which is the first death. You see? Well, now it's not going to be some people and stuff are getting deleted off the earth and stuff by these flash floods and stuff, right? And these tsunamis, you know what I'm saying? But the Lord's like, nah, I'm finna take a lot of people out and stuff by a different type of flood, by a different type of body of substance and stuff. And that's the lake of fire, you see? You know, which y'all people tend to continue to play with. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't gonna be fun and games and stuff, you see? Right? Right? So this is Sirach or Ecclesiastes in Apocrypha, right? Chapter 39, verse verse 19. It says, hast thou, oh, Salakia. And then for all you people out there and stuff, you just fear mongering. You just trying to scare people, and you're just a bully and whatnot and stuff. Well, when you go into the etymology of bullying and stuff, it means to show love. You know what I'm saying, right? But the thing is, not the ideal of bullying and stuff. You know what I'm saying, in the wrong sense, but in a good sense. You know what I'm saying. We're actually helping you out. You know what I'm saying. We're telling you get your shit together and stuff before it's too late for you to even try to do it. You know what I'm saying? Johnny come latelys. Don't be that. You know what I'm saying? Be someone and stuff who don't procrastinate. You know what I'm saying? But did stuff early. Get the beat times, right? You know what I'm saying? Foresee the evil instead of wait for the evil to come and then want to start making smart measures. You see, right? Don't wait too late. You know what I'm saying? Don't procrastinate. You know what I'm saying? Your life, right? This is Sirach chapter 39, verse 19. It says, no, it's like it 39 and 28. It says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In a time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. It says fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. It says teeth of wild beasts and scorpions and serpents and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction. And part of these beasts and stuff is going to be the brute beast. And who is that? You Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians and Israelites who outward appearance is that of the heathen, you know what I'm saying, and the actual heathens. You see, because when it come down to real Africans, you know what I'm saying, who are not Israelites, right? When it come down to real Africans and stuff, that's their customs. They eat other individuals. You know what I'm saying? You see, even when it came down to Issachar and stuff, right? When they would do sacrifice and stuff on top of those temples, you know what I'm saying, the so-called Mexicans, when they was calling themselves Aztecs and indigenous Indians, when they was going off, you know what I'm saying, they would eat, that not only would they sacrifice and kill the babies, they would also eat the babies. You see, cut out their hearts and eat their organs, man. You see, Gad was doing the similar. Well, not Gad, but when it comes down to eating organs and whatnot and stuff, eating raw flesh and stuff, they showed you that in Dances with Wolves with what's his name? Whatever his name is and stuff. You know what I'm saying? They showed you that in Dances with Wolves. In order for old boy to be initiating stuff in the tribe and stuff, you know what I'm saying, they had to trust him. They had to do a ritual, and what was that? He had to eat the raw heart and stuff of a bison. You see, right, right. It says verse 30 again. It says teeth of wild beasts. It says some scorpions. It says serpents and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be people too. And even in that movie of Dances with Wolves and whatnot, which was about Gad and whatnot, the Native American Indians, right? You know, you had those other other Gadites. You know what I'm saying? You know, and what was they doing? They was eating human flesh. You know what I'm saying? They was eating corpses. You know what I'm saying? Because some of their bowls and some of their cups and some of their declaration and stuff was that of human skulls, and sometimes they would be real small, and when those skulls are small and stuff, that represents children that they killed. You see, right? Right, verse 31, it says, they shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is, and when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. You see? Right? Right? You know, so, you know, pretty much, man, get your shit together. You know what I'm saying? It's not no fucking joke, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, so I hope this video was edifying, and this can be you. You know what I'm saying? You know, because the thing is that when it come down to the hopeful elect and stuff, they're preparing their hearts in front of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? You see, you know, they're developing that thick skin and stuff, while a lot of you all still got thin layers on. You see, you know. So I hope this video was edifying. I'd like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahshua Harachakadash, the honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to the elect which you hold to be. Shalom wa Baba Kwam Yasharala.